Welcome back. This is OMG, the Old Man Gamer. I am playing our Imperium Golf, as we like to call it, server here. And I am going to make a surprise for walking. As you know, one of our bigger problems has been taking down POIs. And so today, I'm going to build a ship capable of taking down POIs. Now, I'm not doing any combat. This is strictly a building adventure here. That's way too many of those. So we're gonna just let this build for a bit. And when I'm done, in theory, we will have a decent survival-esque SV ship. Might notice a little bit of lag. My computer is currently processing something pretty heavy. Alright, so I cut the other process that was going on in the background there. It'll help a lot with the little lag that we're getting. Walking does not know I'm building this ship. I'm building it, partially for him, partially for me. Because we do have a severe lack of combat vessels at the moment. Right now, as you can see, our shots on POIs are not exactly pristine. These are two shots that I made taking this particular base, and I'm going to build it in here. I'm going to make the black door his and the gray door mine. Okay, now I am using up some of our supplies, obviously. Got to be pretty careful about that. Mostly because I don't want us to run out of supplies while I'm building this stuff. There's no O2 in the tanks. Let's find the O2 bottles. There they are. We'll put some O2 in the tanks. Oh, obviously we have very limited supplies at the moment. That's always fun. Building in space is usually better than building on the ground, mainly just because it's easier. This is going to be a little bit of a larger SV because it's going to have a lot more accoutrements in it. Oh, I don't need 10 of those. At most I need 2. It's going to eat up a lot of our little items here that we've made, but that's okay. I think it's going to be well worth it. I like building the engines last because they take the longest. I also put everything in the bottom of my constructor so that the top is freed up for other things. Ooh, I like that. Railguns don't take what I thought they did. It's gonna eat up a lot of our neodymium to make them. Food running very low. I was kind of hoping or expecting this to have actual food growing on it. If we can't find seeds and seed banks and fiber, well, we're gonna be in some trouble. Well, more trouble. We're already kind of in trouble. Let's go do the building. Alright, first thing we're going to do is lay this down. Good. And then I usually lay the cockpit next. Kind of get a feel for where that goes. I may have to move the core on this design. No spare cores. I see how it is. For now, I will put a placeholder in place of the core. Yeah, I really don't like the core being there. It makes it very vulnerable. So I'm going to show you all how to use the symmetry field now. I should have turned it on already, but I wasn't paying close enough attention. So the symmetry field works like this. You have a block in your hand, hold down N, and you can select these items here. You hit X, Y, and as you see there's a green field now in my vision. So anything I put on one side will be duplicated on the other. So when I place this engine down, or sorry, this generator, as you can see, they're both produced on equal sides of each other. And now I finish my construction. I do like to build most of my fighters with the symmetry field. Just makes things a lot easier. I like to build most of my ships with the symmetry field, to be honest with you. As I said, as you can see, or as you're about to see right now, when I place this, Boom. Other side is already done. I don't have to do squat. It's nice. This fighter is going to be pretty boxy. It's not going to be as sleek as some of my other designs, because unlike my other designs, I'm trying to cram a whole bunch of extra stuff in here. Real fighters, like what I would consider a real fighter, for example, doesn't have a bunch of ammo boxes and a bunch of other some such stuff in it. You just don't have that in a real fighter. A real fighter is typically used for support in carriers, so they have a CV kind of with them at all times. So there's the duplication field on that. The gamer dude walking, he really does like to have survivalist-like fighters. He prefers to have fighters that really do have the ability to do just about everything. So this is really, really a lot more his speed. Not me, to be quite honest with you. I like to have fighters that are either fighters or fighters that are carrier fighters. So I don't like to mix and match my stuff. I prefer to have things that just kind of do what they do and leave it at that. I don't know how many of those I'm going to be able to make, because we're going to be really short of neodymium when I'm done. So we're going to be able to make 2. Oh, bugger. I can't even make those. They do take power coils. The whole point was to get away from something that took power coils, because power coils are very, very rare for us. My bad. I did not read. Fortunately, I have the tier 2 repair tool that allows me to knock out my mistakes. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta pop the core. With just a couple of clicks of a button. Darn it. Now we're going to protect the underside here. I'm going to make 6 missile launchers. We're going to put all 6 on the front, thus providing us with a little bit extra firepower there, right there in the front. Makes it easier to aim. Also makes it a little more armor on the front, because I got to shoot through the guns to get to you. I would strongly advise against using this ship in actual PvP. doesn't have the right chutzpah, to be honest with you. As far as being ugly, yeah, she's ugly. But then again, for those of you who have played games with me and know how I do things, that's not uncommon. My ships are often pretty ugly. As you can see, I'm also trying to make it kind of compact. I'm doing that on purpose. Just the way things kind of go, it just seems smarter to be a little more compact. Okay, so let's put these engines on now. Alright. We're getting there. But OMG, that ship is ugly. Yes. It's exceedingly ugly. It's not meant to be pretty. I don't design pretty stuff. I design very functional stuff. That's how we like it. Darn it. I need a cargo box. Oh, nope, no, no, no. Don't build that. Wrong one. Build that, please. So we're gonna need some more. Now, one of the things you can do now, instead of having to damage your ship and all that other nonsense later, is auto group everything. Then when you add your reverse engines for your cruise control, you can reissue that like right then. It is a ton easier than having to damage your ship, look for the damaged parts, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I like to split it up like this. First thing I always make is life support. Anything that, like for example, the cockpit will go there, the core, the generators, the O2 station, passenger seat, anything that's gonna basically just, you're never really gonna mess with. You know, you're never really gonna turn it off. I mean, if you turn off your core, your ship goes off, so on and so forth. That's life support. And then I put all of my tanks into the tank group. That includes ammunition, anything you're going to fill on a regular basis. And then my RCS, Put those in with my regular thrusters. Then I'll often put cargo and construction together. Probably would have been easier to move the constructor by itself, but oh well. Okay. As you can see, that greatly reduces the number of control groups you have, and that certainly does come in handy later. I'm going to put 2 O2 tanks on this. Allow for more extended missions since this is more of a survival. Ah, bugger. Put them in the wrong spot. Or did I? No, that was actually a good spot for them because I can firewall. A lot of things, as you can tell, are separated out just to prevent, you know, complete catastrophic caterwauling of everything, and everything cooks off. Believe me, I've seen it a ton of times. Maybe I don't have it done up yet. Where's small vessel? I don't. Shutter doors for small vessels. This is very boxy, pretty ugly. It's probably heavier than it needs to be. But at the end of the day, will it get the job done? That's the question. It has some additional armor in the back, just in case you get a surprise shot in the aft section, which does happen. No matter how good you are, occasionally someone will get behind you and then it's just poof. Even drones get lucky from time to time. I might need more blocks. Block time. Alright, let's go install the shutter doors. Sometimes the duplication field's not perfect. It depends on the attach point, and that's hard to always see. So sometimes you have to turn it off, especially if you're placing some of those weird flat pieces. They really don't like the duplication field. Be surprised how often that tiny bit of extra armor is what saves your bacon. Little puddle jumper's almost ready. It always seems like you need more blocks. I'm going to turn off the symmetry plane now. Install this other shutter door. There we go. You know, I don't like these foot pads. I know they're heavier and they're bigger and they're uglier, but I think I'm going to use the larger small vessel landing gear. While those are cooking, I'm going to go in here and finish this up. Your landing gear are important. It protects your more vital systems, protects your underhull from damage. Also is what allows you to dock onto CVs, which eventually we are going to need to dock these. Or this. I do not know what I will be flying next, but because this is really more for walking. Because walking's my buddy. Go. As you can see, this little ship came together pretty fast. Where you place your guns is going to depend a lot on its spread. Like, that's what's going to determine your spread. Determine where your guns shoot, how they shoot, all that jazz. I'm going to grab some hydro fuel. Or 2 Promethean packs. As apparently we don't have any hydrogen fuel ready. I might be running the reactor right now, actually. Okay, so I'm going to add this to tanks. See if I can get up under here. Uh-oh. That's not right. Kind of convenient for me, though. That's where I intended to put the landing gear in the first place. Sometimes with this, it's just a matter of holding your mouth just right in order to get it to lock in on where you want it to go. Take it out into space. It might be a little easier. Oh, when I faction this. Alright, the puddle jumper is done. Well, almost. Almost done. this thing fight a war? No. Could it take out a POI? Certainly. Bugger. Knocked a hole in it. This and some decent piloting skills, we should be able to defang POIs. That way we can enter them and take them a little more without so much digging and work, or risk for that matter. Do commando drops. King's not the best pilot, but he is a lot better than me on the ground. He loves to do all kinds of crazy covert stuff. Some of the other games we played and other Imperium servers and that kind of thing. Put these doors on the bottom side because it's just easier to get in and out of. Like I said, do drops. That whole thing. There we go. Okay. Thruster CC is a thruster cruise control group, which these two thrusters are a part of. Let's see how she handles. Decent acceleration. Turns okay, spins okay. Yeah, not bad at all. A little bit blocky. Slides a little sluggish, but not too bad. Coming in for a landing. Can't argue with that. Well, this is OMG, the Old Man Gamer. As you can see, this is our new ship, the Puddle Jumper. It's kind of a surprise for Walking the next time he logs in. We're going to start using this to take down big bad POIs and start making some money. I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you later.